Hey, everyone! Today we're diving into a story about modern dating that kicks off with a gorgeous mountain view but, well, ends with a whole parade of red flags. It's a story about mixed signals, gut feelings, and ultimately, who you should really be listening to. So, let's get right into it.
Okay, so picture this. We're in Montana. Two sisters, Sophia and Maria, are having one of those much-needed heart-to-hearts over brunch. They're sitting by this huge window, just looking out at the Rocky Mountains. You know the vibe. It's the perfect, quiet spot for some real talk.
And what are they talking about? What else? A guy. Sophia starts telling her sister about this man she met on a dating app a couple of months back. His name is Cooper James. And right from the jump, things were kind of weird.
So, let's talk about Cooper. Now, Sophia decided to give him a shot, but let's just say the first impression was not exactly a rom-com moment. Not even close.
So, what was the first strange move he made? Well, Cooper just totally skipped the whole getting to know you conversation on the app. Instead, he just immediately sends her a friend request on social media. I mean, it's a bold move, and honestly a little bizarre. And that first odd interaction? Yeah, it wasn't a one-time thing. It was actually just the beginning of a whole pattern of behavior that had Sophia seeing some serious red flags popping up.
So before we go any further, let's make sure we're on the same page. What is a red flag? It's basically exactly what it sounds like, a warning sign. It's that little or big indicator that tells you, hey, there might be a problem here. It's your gut telling you that something is just not right. Okay, so what were Cooper's red flags? Sophia lays them all out. He started sending these really inappropriate DMs, hinting at getting intimate way too soon. He was also posting thirst trap pictures, which of course brought in all these desperate pick-me comments. But maybe the worst part? He would post these vague, passive-aggressive updates, subliminal messages. I mean, as Sophia put it, who has time for that kind of infantile foolishness? Sophia was really trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. But after weeks of this stuff, one particular incident became the absolute final straw. This was the moment she knew she had to get some outside advice. So check out this timeline. On Sophia's actual birthday, what does she hear from Cooper? Crickets. Absolutely nothing. Then, the day after her birthday, he slides into her DMs with just 3 letters. SMH. Shaking my head. It's such a classic passive-aggressive move, right? Ignore the important day, then act like she's the one who messed up.
And this right here, this shows you where Sophia's head was at. Instead of getting sucked into his drama, she just decided to protect her own peace. She was enjoying her birthday, sipping some wine, and she completely refused to let him bring her down. Good for her.
But even when you're feeling strong, that little bit of doubt can creep in, can't it? So she ends her story by asking her sister this super relatable question. She's basically asking, am I crazy? Am I overreacting? It's that vulnerable moment where you just need a reality check from someone you trust. And this is where her older sister, Maria, comes in. And her response is just perfect. It's immediate, and it gives Sophia exactly the clarity and validation she was looking for. See? No hesitation at all. Maria just comes right out and confirms everything Sophia was feeling. She calls him an immature jerk and tells her sister, straight up, you are not trippin'. This is what a real support system looks like. And Maria's analysis is just so spot on. She calls him a little boy in a grown man's body and points out that guys like this often use manipulative tactics. But the most important thing she says is that she's proud. She's proud of Sophia for spotting all the red flags and for how much she's grown. Maria's advice isn't just about analyzing the situation, it's a command. It's a powerful pep talk. She tells her sister to stay strong, to stay on her path, and to never let this guy or anyone else like him mess with the progress she's made. And then we get to the final, crystal clear piece of advice. What should Sophia do now? Maria doesn't beat around the bush. No more analyzing, no more chances. Just block him. It's direct, it's decisive, and it's exactly what Sophia needed to hear.
So let's zoom out for a second. This is more than just a story about one bad dating experience. It's really a perfect example of a bigger, universal lesson about relationships, our own intuition, and the people we lean on for support.
There's this line in the story that just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly connects that rugged, beautiful landscape with the tricky, often challenging terrain of human relationships. And you know what? Sometimes navigating those relationships feels just as tough as climbing a mountain. And that right there is the core lesson. the incredible power of a support system. When you're in the middle of a confusing situation, your own judgment can get really cloudy. Having someone like Maria on the outside who can give you a clear perspective, that's what helps you move on instead of staying stuck.
But that brings up a really important point, doesn't it? Sophia was lucky. She had her sister. The story even acknowledges that not everyone has that. So what happens when you feel like you're trying to navigate these rocky relationships all by yourself?
And that's the question we're going to leave you with today. In a world that is full of Coopers, who is your Maria? Who's the person you can turn to for that real, unfiltered advice and support? It's something that's so important to think about, because having that person in your corner can truly make all the difference.